What's up? It's your boy JP. I'm walking back in with you guys. I know you guys been fiending for another video. But today what we're going to be talking about is I feel as though that, life is becoming so meaningless, guys. And I know there's a lot of people on YouTube making similar videos about, life is meaningless, life is boring, life has no purpose, life has no value, and yada, 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 yada. So I'm not going to be redundant making another one of those, but I'm just going to be basically stating my own point of view, and why I believe that, life is just becoming just a non-ending, shit show. And it's a fucking nightmare, guys, you know. And now, before we dive into it, I just want to say that, bro, I don't advocate for, suicide. I don't advocate for anyone to end their life, like these other YouTubers doing, just saying, oh, end it all, death is your friend, and yada, yada, yada. I don't advocate for that, I say this, man. I really get into depth and say this, bro. What is really the purpose here if you're not really one of the chosen ones here to live well and do well, Like, listen, like, starting off in life, like, you go to school, right? You're born into a hospital. Well, you're born by two people that, you don't have any choice over, right? Those people bring you up, brainwash you with their beliefs, brainwash you with their ideals and their religion and their, and their concepts. And also on top of the fact they inflict their unhealed traumas upon you and, and other types of stuff, right? And then you grow up to be this, adult, right? But before that point, you have to go through a corrupt, fucked up school system. And we all know how shitty that fucking place was. 12 years, 5 days a week, getting up early, being trapped in a fucking concrete box for fucking, 6 to 8 hours of the day. Having to deal with other people you never signed up to be around. Having to deal with other people's kids that you never consented to be around. Nobody ever asked you what you wanted. Nobody ever asked you, did you feel comfortable going to school with these people? You're just thrown into a fucking box with a bunch of random people that nobody cares if you're, if you're compatible with these people, if these people will make you uncomfortable. No one cares. You're a kid. You have no say so. You have no opinion. Boom, right? And then what do you learn in school? The school system teaches you what? The mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, the water cycle. They teach you fucking, what else did they teach you? The different phases of the moon. They teach you about old white dead presidents that you don't give a fuck about, and it's like, you're forced to, fucking, withstand this fucking torture. On top of the other stuff that goes on in that place, the bullying, the fucking perverted teachers, the fucking, incessant, the self-righteousness of everyone that supervises you at the school, it's just a lot of, abuse that goes on there, right? And then you gotta withstand all of that shit. Fucking K through 12, okay? You finally get out of that. You finally get out of fucking high school, right? You finally get out, right? And now, guess what? If you decide to go to college, you're gonna get institutionalized once more, And not only not only are you getting institutionalized, this time they're taking your money while institutionalizing you. They are taking your money while institutionalizing you. So yeah, you go through that. College is a bit cooler, than high school. I guess that's what they say. You get out of that, and then guess what? Now you're thrown into the human jungle that we call society. Now you have to fend for yourself. You have to be able to make money. You have to be able to, survive with all the different, different jungle human animals out there that, that don't have your best interests at heart. You got to deal with all these predatory people that come in your life to try to use you and abuse you and, toss you to the side. You got to deal with these fake ass fucking people. You got to deal with your boss. You got to deal with all types of stuff, man. You're thrown out here, and that's your life. And you know what they're gonna want you to do after that? They're gonna want you to meet somebody, go meet somebody, get married, have kids, buy a house, you know. And you know why they say that? Get married so when you guys eventually get a divorce, we can tax you. Get married so you guys can both work to death while we indoctrinate your children with our beliefs, you know? And it's all fucking meaningless, bro. You know? And they say, have kids. Oh yes, bro. They're literally incentivizing, they're literally paying their slaves to have more, to procreate, to have more slaves for their future kids. They want their future kids to have servants, so they're giving you an incentive to have 6, 7, 8 kids so they can give you a tax write off. And in your head, you're thinking, I'm fooling the government. I'm getting one over on the government because I'm having kids and I'm getting all this free money. People, these guys print trillions of dollars every year. Them giving you $4 grand for one baby is nothing, man. It's nothing. It's nothing, bro. You know, and that's not even the worst part, bro. The worst part is that you have no escape. There's no escape. After you have kids, after you get married, after you buy a house, you're trapped forever. You are trapped forever, man. Exactly. And it gets worse and worse and worse and worse as you leave, after you leave college or after you leave high school. The conditioning, your disenchantment grows worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse until you really come to the sad realization that, this life is just a bunch of bullshit, bro. It's a bunch of fucking bullshit, bro. Hmm. And you start to realize that, you're not one of the chosen ones. In life, just like everything else, you were chosen. In school, certain people were chosen. In the work field, certain people are chosen. In the church, certain people are chosen. And anything you do in life, bro, you're going to be chosen or you're not going to be selected. And life is the same way. In life, there are people that's going to be chosen to live great, be great, have a great life, have a easy life, and you're not going to be chosen for that. And you come to that epiphany. You start to realize I'm not the chosen one. I'm not the superstar in this movie. I'm an extra. I'm the janitor for this movie. I clean up the floors, and I clean up the tables for the actors so they can sit down, for the main actor. you know, it's just that's life, man. That's life. It's all fucking meaningless, bro. And you'll have people in your, I bet you guys have people in your life that, they're on their positivity posers, man. They're saying, oh, be positive, don't be a Debbie Downer, don't be a pessimist, always look at the bright side of things. Oh, not everything's a conspiracy theory. Not everything's a conspiracy theory, these type of people, they can have a bear and a lion and a wolf standing in front of them, and they'll be like, oh, I'm just going to be positive and hope for the best. you know these people who have the need, who has to find some type of coping mechanism, bro. They're the most delusional people on earth, bro. They refuse to see the jungle we live in, bro. They actually believe in what they're fed by their government, that we're a civilized society, these laws and the government, have our back, and we're divine beings, like what the religion tells us. These type of people, man. These type of people, bro. You know, and it's just a bunch of crap, man. Just a bunch of crap, bro. And like I said, bro, I'm gonna quote the late George Carlin, bro. America, and not just America, but the world in general, is like one big club, bro. And you ain't in it. The rich people, the rich all over the world is one big club, and you ain't in it. Just like what George Carlin said, you are not in the big club. Me and you are not in the big club. America is like a country club, bro. There's people who go to the country club, eat well, drive well, play tennis, sleep in fine beds, dine 5-star meals, and then there's you who have to clean up after these people after they leave the country club. That got to organize the balls back. That have to clean up the beds. That have to wash their dishes. That have to wash their clothes. That have to, you know, scrub down the walls for these people. That's what America is, bro. Just one big country club. You're either gonna be the people who come to the country club, or you're gonna be the people who clean after these people. And most of you guys that's listening to me are gonna be the people who clean up after them, because it's just designed that way. It's not designed for everybody to be a fucking millionaire and a billionaire. I know if you go on social media, you go on Twitter, you go on TikTok, everybody's, putting on this masquerade like they're a millionaire, they're a billionaire, they're so far ahead of everybody in life, they're making millions of fucking dollars, but it's all a facade, you guys. Most people in real life don't even have $5,000 put away, Oh man, bro, it's crazy. This life of ours is fucking crazy, bro. This life is crazy, man. And it's just, you really see how shallow everything is. The women are shallow, the government's shallow, your job's shallow, the children are demons. These children aren't children anymore. The children have lost their innocence. These are not the children that was in the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, and the 60s. These are the Matrix children, the technology children, who are soulless to the core. These children out here are killing people. But this is the jungle you have to navigate through, bro. This is the jungle that you were brought into without your permission. This is the jungle that you have to survive in, bro. And it's just it's getting worse, bro. It's getting worse and worse by the year. We're in 2024. It's me talking to you guys right now. This is December 17, 2024, man. And society is not getting better. Society is decaying from within. I go out there and I see miserable people. I see hateful people. I see a bunch of hurt people hurting people, And that's how they cope. They have to hurt other people. That's how most people are. They're not going to manage their trauma. They're not going to manage what was inflicted upon them by other people. They're going to hurt you to justify themselves, to make themselves feel better. So their brain recognizes they're not the only ones hurting. Now that I've hurt another person, I can feel better now because I'm not the only one. Failure loves company, and, misery loves company as well. And that's just what it is. We used to view the people who go out and live in the middle of nowhere as crazy, but then when you live long enough, you start to understand that maybe these people were ahead of the curve the whole time. maybe back in the day when these people were doing it, they saw the big curve that they was ahead of the curve. They saw the shit show coming from miles out, and we were just, too dumb and too indoctrinated to see. It's 2024, I heard people moving out in the middle of nowhere in 2010 and in the early 2000s, and we thought those people were crazy. And look at us now. We all have plans of getting money and getting the fuck away from people. Isn't that ironic? Now we all have plans of getting rich and buying some land and getting the fuck away from this circus show. Isn't that ironic, you guys? It took us a little longer to get to where they was at, but now that we're here, boy, were we wrong. It's fucking crazy, man. Life is just it's a shit show, man. It's meaningless, man. And unless you're one of the chosen ones, you're gonna be getting up every day, working, breaking your fucking back for crumbs. And the government's going to be taking more out of your money. The rich are going to get richer. The poor are going to get poorer. The suicide rates are going to keep rising. The death toll is going to keep rising. The crime rate's gonna keep rising. The abortion's gonna keep rising. You know, it's just society, this human experiment, this human project of ours, everything about it is unraveling, and people are refusing to see it. People think the politicians are going to save them. People think their made up gods and made up religion is going to give them comfort at night, you know? You know, it's just, it's all crap, you know? George Carlin said it, another quote as well. He said, when you're born into this world, you're given a ticket to the freak show. And when you're born in America, you're given a front row seat. And that's my favorite quote, man, because he was right, bro. He was fucking right, bro. He was ahead of the curve, man. People thought he was a bitter, old man, bro. You know, but he was right, my guy. He was absolutely right. This human experiment of ours is just it's running its course. We're at the back end of this experiment. You know, we had a good run. You know, we created film, we created language, we created cars, we created planes. You know, we created religion. You know, we created patriotism. We created government. We created sports. We created a lot of great things, bro. But our bad far outweigh the good. Our bad far outweigh the good. This is hell, man. This is fucking hell. You know, our bad far outweigh the good. We've done some great things, as a species, but the horrible shit that we've inflicted upon each other is just, it far outweighs any redeemable acts that we've done, you know. And it's getting worse, you know. It's all fucking meaningless. You're just a number in a fucking system. You fucking die. Another baby is being born, and that baby is gonna be in the same position that you're in right now. He's gonna get old and see this shit for what it is, and he's gonna realize that it's all bullshit too. That he's just a number too. They're all just a bunch of slaves. But man, you guys, it's just that's my little rant, guys. I don't want to make this video too long. But what do you guys think, guys? Do you think life has meaning? Do you think it's all bullshit? Do you think I'm being a pessimist? If so, bro, leave a comment down below. Subscribe. I'm always open to talk with you guys. I know you guys been really digging these type of videos that I do. So I'm going to keep dropping the heat. Just communicate with me and, we can make something happen. But yeah, leave a comment and subscribe down below. JP clocking out.